This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. It's the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Florida Gators. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Hey guys, the Razorback head coach told me pregame, this is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Gators headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The run inside. It's Smith. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Well, I guess they call it a free safety for a reason. He was free to do a little ad-libbing there.
And most of the time, you have that guy in the middle of the field kind of reading the quarterback's eyes, playing the quarterback. You could tell he was dialed into the quarterback, saw him, saw he was taking off, went to him, got him on the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The give is to Smith. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Hill. Shoots it to the left. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Turning it on. Gives him the big stiff arm. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Man, having a great back makes life so easy on your offense. It balances everybody out and commits more guys to the box. And this guy all season long, he's in the top 10 in rushing for a reason. He's continued to make plays. You continue to trust him. This guy is a great running back.
Slings it downfield. Got his man on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Gators come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. From the red zone, it's Ball.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll keep it on the ground. Might have a chance. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. And the Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback making checks. Motion from the wide receiver. Jones wants to throw it. They're working that left side. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Quarterback keeps grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. He's looking to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Touchdown, Gator! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Snagged out of the air. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Back to throw, it's Hill. Grabbed in the middle, it's Platt. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did their throwing it to their running back with the defense. They were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Pulls it in. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wants to throw it. And it's picked off at the goal line. The 50. Intercepted, and he's got Convoy with it. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football.
There he goes. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
In the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down.
Mike 53. Bingo. Flash moving.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Flushed out of the pocket. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Jones to throw. Swings it out to his running back. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long first down marker just short of the goal line. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Send that offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here trust your reads. Trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
The corners are walked up tight. Back to pass, it's Hill. Throwing right. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew. But I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the tight end. That pass is incomplete.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. You know he would have loved to have tacked on a big return to that pick, but they've got it in the red zone at the 15.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Off play action on first down. Looking for space to the left. Had to get rid of it quickly. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Here's a give the ball. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Calls his own number. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up.
18, like 18. Easy, easy.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
Running inside, it's Smith. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
Gonna let it fly. Makes a grab for a big play. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Punts it out of the air. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On target over the middle. Runs through a man, and he might have space. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Jones wants to throw it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Caught in the backfield, it's Pryor. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Easy. Blue 42, Thunder. Blue 42, Thunder.
Wants to throw on first down. Immediately fires to the middle. Clock is stopped. Florida is calling timeout at 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. They'll send the back in motion. Jones to throw. Floats it out in space. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. The Gators headed quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Still looking on the move. It's picked off, and that's number 10. At the 45 on its way.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. You got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the brink. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Guys, they could have cut the deficit in half if that field goal had been good, still down by 6. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye that pull Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the number 3 team, the Texas Longhorns.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Now this offense is back on the field. Looking downfield, it's Hill. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have...
Here's a little, got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. He's got 93 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Jones wants to throw it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. At the 40, there he goes. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Starts to scramble to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the Gators will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. Got it. Could not make his way to the corner.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Finds his big tight end. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Third down coming, but we'll have to wait just a second. Offense wants to think things over. They call a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. They'll move the wide receiver. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Gators! They take the lead here in the 2nd half. Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. Tight end now in motion. Try to barge their way in. He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. To throw, it's Hill. Moving out to the right. He's going to take off. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Going to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Offense staying on the field there in hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. On 4th down, looking to pass. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on it.
Maybe some room here. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Caught behind the line. It's Hawkins. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. The Razorbacks can really attack on this second and short. Defense in press coverage. Looking for a man. It's Hill. Fires left. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Jones to throw. He's got the back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Handoff for Ball. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. offense changing the play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Bring in the heat. Gets the first himself. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, this is the point of the game in the 4th quarter where turnovers matter so much. Knows if they can just find a way to steal a possession, they're giving themselves an opportunity to win it, and they do it right there. Physical play, you see the speed, and they're able to create the TO.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's a give the ball. Ran through the contact. He's now over the century mark with 102 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Jones wants to throw it. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And this one splits the uprights. And now they regain the lead.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. After giving up that field goal, they find themselves trailing and trying to do something about it on this drive. Unloads to the wideout and wings it incomplete. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short. You've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this 1st down.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So the defense sets them up with an interception. Now a couple of 1st downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. He might want another play. Motion from the wideout. Jones to throw. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Trying to take it back. And what a play and what a return as he takes it all the way back inside the 10. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. In the red area, it's Smith. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Arkansas! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you.
There's a crease. He's up to 113 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down.
Bling, bling, bling. Flash, flash, flash.
Motion from the wide receiver. Caught, and he's got room. Worked his way ahead for a pickup of about 6 yards on the play. Clock stops. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Jones wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout in second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
Well, that's now the second missed field goal for this kicker. I'll tell you this, you can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Jones to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Fires quickly. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Well, this defense is going to have to do a better job at communicating. That guy was just way too wide open. In a 2-minute situation, you have got to make it way more difficult on the quarterback.
And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Nice job on the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive. And I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do because this passing attack has not been great.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Jones wants to throw it. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Got his man. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to buy time. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Jones to throw. Unleashes one deep. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting to drive from their own 1. Smith takes the handoff. And this play will be for no gain, and that is going to do it.